Hello, Billy here. Thank you for watching this video. We'll talk about hyper-targeted online billboard ads for Invisalign dentists today, and we'll explain how to use perfect ads to acquire the best patients at the lowest cost possible. But before we get started, I should warn you that this is not for everyone. This is really only for dentists who are serious about growing their practices. All right, let's get started. In this video, we're going to talk about why SEO, which is optimizing your site for search engines, should not be your only strategy, nor should it be your main strategy. We'll talk about how to stop wasting your ad budget on inefficient methods, even if you're using AdWords. We'll talk about how to generate highly relevant leads, but pay less than the market rate, and how to ensure you get the highest quality of leads possible. And finally, we'll talk about how to get started without any risk and with your results fully guaranteed. So hopefully you're feeling excited. If you're thinking about busting a move like Carlton here, you might want to close the door so that nobody else sees you and gets concerned. Let's dive right in. So first off, SEO is search engine optimization. In other words, tweaking your website to rank higher organically in Google search results. Everybody starts with SEO because you do need a website, of course, and it seems like a natural add-on. The good thing about SEO is that it gets you natural organic traffic and it's free. SEO is great and you should definitely do it eventually. We do it ourselves and we offer it to our clients, but I'm here to let you in on a little secret. It should never be your only strategy, nor should it be your first strategy. Why? Well, let's look at the cons here for a second. It's difficult to predict what will improve your ranking, and then even when you do make some changes, it can take up to 6 months to see those results. And it's often unclear, what caused an improvement or a decline in the ranking. You're always going to be vulnerable to Google's algorithm changes, which can come out of nowhere. And so you're going to spend a lot of time kind of waiting around nervously like Homer Simpson does here. And maybe you already know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe you've paid someone a bunch of money and you're not really sure if it's working or not, or if it's ever going to work. So let's put ourselves in Google's shoes for a second here. Google has two goals. The first goal is to help users find relevant information. That's their stated public goal. And their second goal is, of course, to make money on ads. Relevancy plays a key role in the ads as well. We'll talk more about that later. But they've designed their search engine around advertising. And if you play along like Google wants you to and buy ads from them, you'll see immediate results. So we'll talk more about that in a second. But let's take a step back here for a second. Let's first talk about something that we're all familiar with, billboard ads. Millions, maybe billions of dollars are spent on billboard ads every year. And they're everywhere, especially on major highways. And they work, at least that's the idea, because business owners keep spending money on them, right? But they are expensive. And why are they expensive? Because you're paying for the high traffic on that street. But they're not very relevant to the people driving by. All these cars here, there might not even be one person who's looking for an Invisalign dentist. This person might be looking for a dog sitter. This person over here might be looking for a plumber. This person here might not have any teeth at all. Maybe these three people right here already have Invisalign, and so they're not looking for your services. But this one person right here might be looking for Toledo's #1 Invisalign provider. So that's great. This dentist here gets a client and it pays for their billboard and everybody's happy, right? But what if we can increase the relevancy? What if we could segment people perfectly? What if we could put the different people on different streets? What if people who had dogs were only ever driving on this street? And what if people who have plumbing problems would only drive on this street? And if people who are looking for Invisalign dentists were driving on this street? Then we would put billboards only on that street, of course. They would be a lot more profitable. The cost of the billboard would still be the same, but the traffic would be a lot more relevant, so the ROI would be much higher. You know what? Online traffic works the same way. This is what a typical online traffic highway looks like. A ton of people are searching for the word Invisalign. Less people are searching for the phrase Invisalign Seattle. Even fewer people are searching for Invisalign Capitol Hill or Invisalign Fremont. These are neighborhoods in Seattle if you're familiar. And then you can break it out even further. Best Invisalign Fremont. How much does Invisalign cost in Fremont? Cost of Invisalign treatment in Fremont. #1 Invisalign in Fremont. Gentle Invisalign in Fremont. So what if you're able to segment your advertising even further like that and get even more relevant. No longer just putting your billboard in front of people who are looking for Invisalign, but people looking for Invisalign dentists in Fremont, on this street maybe. You have the perfect online traffic highways already. People are putting in different search terms. Someone's looking for top Invisalign dentists in Fremont. Someone else is searching for best Invisalign option in Fremont. And if you put the perfect ad that they have in mind, an ad that matches exactly what they're searching for right in front of them every single time, then this happens. You get more streets with more specific traffic, with the perfect ad matching what they have in their mind, and your ad is relevant every single time. Imagine having the most relevant ad in front of every searcher every single time. That's when the magic starts to happen, my friends. That's when you start getting the benefit of driving clicks at the lowest cost possible. That's how you avoid wasting your ad budget. That's how you avoid saying digital advertising doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work when you're doing the equivalent of this kind of thing online. You're spraying and praying with really inefficient targeting. This is what you're doing, when this is what you should be doing. And Google loves and rewards people who are running perfect ads. Let me show you what I mean here for a second. If I'm searching for clear braces for teens, right? What's Google going to show the searcher? Here's the online billboard right here, aka a search ad. Which ad did Google choose to show at the top? The most relevant one, the perfect ad. This ad has more of the keywords that I searched for. You see the word clear, braces, and teens. And I can almost guarantee that this advertiser is paying less for this ad than the second place guy or any of the rest, because he's the most relevant, and Google rewards relevancy. This second place guy isn't as relevant. He's only got teens and braces, doesn't have the word clear. And he's probably paying more because Google wants ad money, but more than that, they want users to find relevant ads even more, and they reward that. Google has all the specific highways of traffic, and people are just not taking the time to create perfect billboards to put in front of the right users. Here are the organic search results, right? You can see how important and how critical it is to be relevant. This is where you hopefully show up if your SEO is done right. But if you want to be number one, you have to be relevant. You have to have the same phrases that the users are searching for. And that's kind of common knowledge at this point. The same thing is true of the ads. And almost everyone is missing the boat on this simple truth because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to create the perfect ad every single time. But it's what my company does. And it's what allows us to blow the competition out of the water, both in terms of performance, but also in cost. We've got proprietary ad tech software that we've developed just to put this perfect ad copy in front of the right searcher every single time. Here's where the vast majority of advertisers make a critical mistake. Most of them group all their keywords together with the same ad. They'll create one or two, or if they're feeling kind of ambitious, they might create 5 or 10 ads, and they'll serve that same ad to multiple different keywords that are searched. And this leads to less relevant clicks and a lower click-through rate and a lower quality score. Now here's what the master marketers do. They build one specific ad that matches each keyword. They don't do it the easy way, they do it the hard way, the right way. And this means a higher quality score, which leads to higher ranking and more clicks and a lower cost. And I'll explain all that in a second, but first let me show you what this looks like in the AdWords platform. So check it out. When people are searching for Invisalign aligners, you want to show them an ad that has exactly that in the headline of the ad, Invisalign aligners. If they're searching for Invisalign around me, you want to show them an ad that says Invisalign around me. Invisalign braces cost, Invisalign braces cost. Invisalign braces for adults, Invisalign braces for adults. Invisalign braces price, Invisalign braces price. This is how we're showing the perfect ads matching exactly what the user is searching for. Not one generic ad that is served to all the searchers, but a custom ad that is highly relevant to what they're searching for. It's very time intensive to set up. There's a lot of account architecture and matching of keywords to ads, to ad groups. And unless you have that proprietary ad tech, like the software that we developed for ourselves, that can be pretty freaking tedious. But this is what gives us the highest click-through rates, which is obviously great, but high click-through rates are critical for another reason. Having a high click-through rate is the most important factor when Google is determining what quality score to assign to you. Now, this comes directly from Google's chief economist. having relevant ads is going to lead to a higher click-through rate. And you're going to have those relevant ads by building out those perfectly matched ads that we were just talking about. And landing page quality is the last factor feeding into the quality score. So why do we care about Google's quality score at all? Your quality score helps determine exactly how your ads rank in the search results. And obviously you want to rank as high as possible on the search results. So this slide looks kind of complicated, but I'm going to keep it really simple and break it down for you. Your ad rank is a function of the maximum cost per click that you're willing to pay, aka your max CPC, as well as a function of your quality score. And that is exactly how you rank number one and get all those extra clicks and that pole position, even when you're bidding less than the number 2 and the number 3 and the number 4 guys, because your quality score is really strong, better than everyone else's by far, because you're showing super relevant, perfect ads that match exactly what the user is searching for, and your click-through rate is through the roof as a result. So now you're in position number 1 on the page, and you're getting all those extra clicks that come from being in position number 1. And because your quality score is so high, you're only paying $1.61 per click. Meanwhile, all these other fools are paying a lot more because their quality score is low, because their ads aren't relevant. And Google doesn't like that. So it pushes them down in position to position number 2, 3, 4, even though they're paying more. And this is exactly why people say they're blowing their budget on digital ads and it isn't working, because they're doing it like Mr. Number 4 over here with irrelevant and imperfect ads. Let me talk for a second on the benefit of going after these long tail keywords. A long tail just means longer and more specific search terms like the one in green here. So in the red, you have a lot of people searching for just the keyword Invisalign, but the competition and thus the cost is really high. There's a lot of volume, but you pay a lot to rank well there. And they convert the least because these searchers don't really know what they want at this point. They're just starting out. They're probably just doing some research. They're not ready to sign up as a patient. In the blue, the phrase is a little bit longer. It's 2 words now, Invisalign dentist, but it's still fairly competitive and it's still fairly expensive. Now, these long tail keywords in the green, they represent people who have already considered Invisalign and they're further down the purchase funnel. They're ready to go. They're ready to sign up. Best Invisalign dentist in Seattle is someone who is actively looking for a dentist right this second. Now, there's lower volume. There's a lower number of searches each month, sure. But there are many, many different variations and versions of these long tail keywords, and that more than makes up for the small volume that they each have. The competition is low. That means the cost is low, and like we were just saying, they convert better. This is exactly what we've been talking about with the perfect ads that are highly relevant. You can easily dominate these long tail keyword niches, and that, my friends, is how you make sure that you're driving the highest quality of leads, not the people who are in research mode, the people who are in buy mode, people who are further along in their journey and more likely to convert. By going after the long tail, that's how you capture these people. So I hope the wheels are turning in your brain right now. Maybe we've blown your mind in a good way, but I certainly hope this has been helpful and that you've gotten some great ideas. So in our presentation today, we covered why SEO, which is, again, optimizing your site for search engine ranking, should not be your only strategy or your main strategy. We talked about how to stop wasting your ad budget on inefficient methods like billboards, and even if you're doing AdWords, how you may not be doing it the right way. We talked about how to generate highly relevant leads, but pay less than what everybody else is paying for them, and how to ensure that you get the highest quality of leads possible by going after that long tail, the users who indicate that they are ready to buy. And I'll talk in a second here about how to get started without any risk and have your results fully guaranteed. But first, who am I? My name is Billy Tarter, and I've spent my entire career working in digital marketing, digital advertising, and I've had a lot of success helping clients like Nike and Microsoft on their digital campaigns, probably some campaigns that you've seen. I've led some really big teams while working at NetSertive and Expedia and whitepages.com. And I've built a company called Brilliant Local, and we help dental practices like yours achieve amazing growth. But unlike other marketing firms, we focus on one thing only, and that's ROI and data-driven results. So here's my contact information in the lower right. Give me a call, shoot me an email. I'd love to speak with you. We're looking for a partner in your area, but we don't want to work with just everyone. We're looking for serious dentists who have an investment mindset and are committed to growing their practices. And we only work with one partner in each market to ensure that there's no competitive overlap, so don't miss your chance. We only work with dental practices, and we focus specifically on Invisalign patient growth, so we know how to make it work for anyone. We operate on a performance-based pricing model, which means that you only pay for leads, so there's no risk there. And if somehow we don't generate any leads for you, we'll give you your money back, and I'll even buy you the biggest, most obnoxious ice cream sundae I can find so you can drown your sorrows in ice cream. That's how confident I am that this is going to work for you. I haven't had to buy a massive ice cream sundae yet. Check us out at brilliantlocal.com. Again, my name is Billy Tarter. I thank you for watching. Now go take action.